Boy oh boy, let us do this. Why not? Unexpected video on the go. Why not? I just got actually a video conversation with these two gentlemen right here. Quite unexpected. As a matter of fact, I called Abdullah about great news I'm going to share with you guys. And Brandon Curry was there, of course, from Kuwait. Over there it was around midnight. And I had quite an interesting chat with them both right now. Let's extend on Brandon Curry because I talked to him in English, of course, and he looks bigger than ever. Do the math. He told me he weighs 128 kilograms. That's quite heavy. And of course, he became bigger. We extended about how he was so eventful this year. The contrast with his version of 2016 is rather stupendous, to say the least. Last year, he was pretty much nobody. For the unaware, Brandon Curry is a guy that bloomed and that basically bursted into the scene more or less the same time as Phil Heath, right? But he was always some sort of an unrealized potential. He was heralded as being the next big thing, this aesthetic guy who was going to be the next champion, but everybody was waiting for him. Well, guess what? It happened lately. This year, in my opinion, he was the best bodybuilder around. He has beaten Dallas McCarver, who has been beaten as well by Cedric McMillan, but Cedric McMillan was bigger yet softer. This guy though was bigger and tremendously, stupendously harder. He brought something, the granite look that is somehow reminiscent of Nasser or somebody, but Bertomani was in the aesthetic package. So this is him this year, and to put it in a contrast and to remind you, this was him last year. He was smaller, softer, quite uneventful, as I mentioned, and relegated to the bottom of the list to be compared with Kevin Levrone, the 52-year-older, right? So he placed number 16. So let me extend on him real quick to tell you more or less about what we spoke about. So he is there, of course, in Kuwait. Training started already. It is hard. It is religious in a sense. Training, eating, resting, and of course consuming the thing that I created without even knowing it, anabolic chicken, right? To say it the proper way. And trust me, I had to ask him again because I need to know. I need to transmit and convey to you the information about what's going on there. So I told him, listen up, man. Of course, we're talking to pros in a politically correct way. Even YouTube right now is rather politically correct. There are some triggering words we do not use, so we use the usual vitamins and supplements and anabolic chicken as I created that word. Why not? So bro, I told him, is it real? Is the difference that big? Is it that significant? And quite frankly and quite easily, the answer was an adamant, resounding yes from the mouth of Brandon Curry merely a few minutes ago. Yes, Louis Marco, it is that much of a difference for several reasons. Now I spoke about the resting time. Over there is no clubs, there is no recreational drugs. You concentrate on your job, you grind, you rest, you eat very good. I mean, the regular food is absolutely amazing, and the chicken that I'm talking about is rather AAA grade. You need to comprehend. I talk to these guys on a daily basis, and the way they bring it, you need to comprehend, boys. It is when it is manufactured from the biggest buyer. Again, there is no middleman, no gym bro at the gym. You know what I'm talking about. These guys are millionaires and they do it out of passion. So it's not a matter of money. I mean, over there in these countries, you guys know what I'm talking about. If you're in the Middle East, these things are rather easy going in a sense, and it's the pure thing. If you buy a Rolls Royce, it is a genuine Rolls Royce. If you buy a freaking iPhone 7, is the real iPhone 7, and so goes with the anabolic chicken, right? And the abundance of it, the quantity is unlimited. It is an open bar, for Lord's sake. You know what I mean? It's an open buffet. Badr Budai is a freaking godfather. It's not something, okay, today we got this and tomorrow, sorry. No. He is limiting the guys what they can take. I mean, it's the human body what it can take purely. It's available. It's available in biblical quantities. You need to comprehend. The freaking gym bro from the US, you put it in Kuwait oxygen gym, he will have an overdose just by fantasizing about the availability of the stuff surrounding him. It is just there. It is a freaking Aladdin cavern, for Lord's sake, of everything available. Everything is available there in biblical quantities, right? I mean, you would be so rich if you could bring that to a U.S. market. But nonetheless, and he said yes. And then we expanded about what an average middle of the field. I asked him this specifically, bro. Can a middle of the field IFBB pro in the US or Canada or any other country for that matter, Western country, have the same access to this? He said, quite frankly, no. It's pretty much the flavor of the month. You hear some gym bros or some trainers, some gurus, bro, that is this product this year, I mean this month, coming, that we have a batch coming from Eastern Europe or China or this and that, but you're never that sure. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace, Mike Matarazzo, who confessed in an interview after he got sick for his heart. He said, bro, I used to flew by plane to meet a guy who was basically preparing some concoction for me. Special concoction of mixed blends of whatever. I told him, bro, this is the thing, try it. And he said, may he rest in peace. He said, I used to lock myself for 3 days in a row in hotel rooms trying this stuff, doing some unspeakable things to my body. Of course, he regretted, and he suffered lengthily from heart condition, and as you guys know, he passed away at a very young age. Nonetheless, so anabolic chicken, there is a difference, guys. I gave you an example. Look at freaking Brandon Curry. He was a middle of the field guy. Right? They called him the prodigy. Everybody was waiting for him, bro. But if everything is not optimal, all the conditions are not optimal, and also, I'm sorry, anabolic chicken is one of them. If it's not optimal, damn you, bro. Be my guest. I've been around gyms. You've been around gyms. I've been around gyms for 25 years. In Canada and other places. If it's not the true one, you got all the pimples and all the reactions and water retention and so on and so forth. And you guys know what's up, the hot tub stuff. Anyway, the good news today that I need to talk to you about, the guy I showed you, what is he? There we go, Abdullah. This guy right here, this young guy, 31 years old, by the way. He's a judo champion, right? So he's not really into bodybuilding, lifting himself. That's why he's not big, and he's natural. But he is a very, very good trainer, and he knows his stuff, right? Granted, a case in point is a trainer of Mr. Brandon Curry. He called me yesterday, told me, bro, what do you think of that guy who was in the New York Pro? I don't remember his name. But bro, are you talking about Luis Rodriguez? He said, yes, that guy. I said, bro, he was robbed nonsense. He was robbed, not even funny. As a matter of fact, everybody's asking me about him. What's his name? Nick Power and Strength. He commented on my video like a few days ago. And after a few comments, he asked me, Louis Marco, what do you think about Luis Rodriguez? I told him, Nick, listen, I mean, the guy is just a pure diamond. He has so many potentials. And he was robbed senseless. He was the second guy robbed after Sas Hirati. I like him from the side. I like so many cues about him. Look at this tilt front double biceps. So, long story short, Abdullah got hold of him and he got him to roll with the Camel crew now. You know what that means? This guy can go to Kuwait and he can have access to whatever I mentioned before. It's gonna be proper if it happens. If it happens. Thing is, he's gonna compete in 5 weeks in Chicago. He needs to qualify. IFBP oil spill, if you listen to me. IFBP oil spill, please do not politics him. Please do not politics him. Just give him what he deserves, for Lord's sake. I'm not asking you to give him a favor or a freaking gift. Look at him. Of course, not perfect. I don't like the legs as of yet. As of yet, I think he can improve. But is he good enough? The potential is just proper. Do not destroy him. Bodybuilding needs this. Louis Marco needs this to revive my passion, for Lord's sake. I need aesthetic guys that can do a tilt front double biceps without having a bubble gut. Look at the bellies, baby. Just look at just forget about everything. Look at the biceps, how it basically marries properly the tricep sweep. I love everything about this guy. And everybody who knows a thing or two about bodybuilding, bro, he just noticed him. You know, when Nick asked me, I mean, Nick is the first time I chatted with him, and he told me, bro, what do you think about that guy? Because he knows what's up. If you have an eye, you definitely look again at this guy. So many cues that are just proper. Look at the side chest, bulgy, nice, and he contracts the midsection of the lower section. 2017, having this mass muscular development, yet he can do that just proper genetic up there. This back, let me just do it like the Italians. Mamma mia, madre. Look at that. This is a proper matrix that can trigger some Dorian-esque development. Not only that, the very stretching of the limbs upstairs is optimal, not to be dismissed. Look at that. He's contracting the triceps, the brachialis, and the biceps while flexing the back. To do it, you need a proper agility and flexing upstairs. And you guys know what's up. I geeked about you know, the back. It makes you or breaks you. This guy has it. This guy, and even the lower section, the hammies and the glutes. Of course, he's not well conditioned. He was not as conditioned as Sergio. Let's grant that. But just look at the raw diamond potential of the gentleman. Just amazing. If we put him on the proper regimen, proper training, proper supplements, and he is so young, the potential is just amazing. I'm so happy for him. When I received that news, I had to call him right away. Are you kidding me? You got Luis Rodriguez, that guy? He's just amazing. He was my favorite guy who was dinked next to Sax Hirati. Granted, I need more legs. I need more sweep in those hammies. I need to hang low, but that is feasible. What happened to Brandon Curry? Brandon Curry, last year, let's be honest, Brandon Curry was worse than this last year in Miss Olympia. And look at the metamorphosis he was able to accomplish. So if that happened, it will happen. I mean, look at freaking, what's his name? Bo Bunder, Rolly Winkler. 2013 in Generation Iron 1, he was dead. He was with grandma, finished, depressed, and right now he's 40 or something, 40 or 41, so he's not young. He went to Kuwait, revival, the fountain of youth. It does happen. I'm sorry, guys. I did an interview with my friend who was called the UC Freak. You guys know him. He's from the UK. He made a documentary called From a Freak to a Monster. Basically a quest of him reaching 400 pounds. I mean, he has a very known documentary. The thing is, he lives in the UK. He's big. The thing he consumes are not the anabolic chicken. So it's not the real thing, right? He went to the doctor to do the blood test, as everybody should at that level. Dude was taking everything, man. And he told him, bro, you have blood poisoning from heavy metal. Heavy metal. If you do things fabricated in a freaking hot tub, it's not the pure thing. All the impurities, baby, please, and the heavy metal poisoning. It's not loyal. It's not loyal. It's oil. You comprehend what I'm saying? So that's it. Do not tell me that anabolic chicken is not that important. It is. It is. I can tell you about some guys who their names start with a P. When they see the Camel Crew, even at the Olympia, they ask him, bro, do you have this? Do you have this for me? If you guys know what I mean. Now listen back to what I said. Do a rewind. That's how important it is. That's how pure it is. The biggest guys out there, when they see the Camel Crew in the Olympia in the hotel lobby, they go, bro, do you have that thing? Can you give me that thing for tonight? We're talking about the freaking weekend of the Olympia. That's how important it is. Do not dismiss it. So this guy, on the real thing, he will be properly saluted. Okay, be my guest. Okay, Akeem Williams is impressive. However, he is not only fat, watery, potential, really. No. It has the best bicep, triceps, combined here. By a long shot. He smokes everybody in this lineup in that muscle group. Proper. Again, he lags in the legs. I need more. If he fixes that, comes in a bit more drier, more back maturity, just natural development, natural growth, for God's sake, from a boy to a man. Dearie me, the potential. Luis Rodriguez, you are to be saluted. And guess what? He has been beaten by Juan Morel. Right? They gave Juan Morel a better position than him. How? Don't ask me. That ruins my passion. But I need passion now, so let's stay positive. From the side, definitely the thickest. No oil, by the way. No oil. If you guys know what I mean. Well, the guys who have the know-how, the knowledgeable guys know what I'm talking about at this exact moment. I repeat, so the youngsters, the young cats might catch what I'm talking about. His gains are not oil. That's why he's the best most impressive chest, side chest in this position right here, right? Granted, again, he lacks the hammies that hangs low, but upstairs is the best by a long. And again, no oil. So the veterans amongst you guys know what I'm talking about at this precise moment. Proceed, shall we? Look at the back. Definitely the biggest potential. I salute De La Rosa. He was good in this position. What is right is right. Akeem is big from everywhere, but the back is a freaking just is a black version of Dennis Wolf. So very high lats and shallow downstairs. Potential not even once. We'll see how it goes. But Luis, look at the snake factor not to be dismissed, because it's called back double biceps for Lord's sake. There is a biceps today. We need to see the biceps. Can you see a better bicep that peaks better than this in this position here on this lineup? I'm sorry, none. And might I add, so the veterans will comprehend what I'm talking about. His gains are not oil. Proceed, shall we? Tell you what's up. You see the potential in the glutes. The hammies are there already. Dinged. He deserved definitely better. He should have been second if you ask me. And this is the best position that I loved. When Nick asked me, I thought about this. I thought, bro, he looks so good from the side. And look at that. Proper Luis Rodriguez. Anyway, I does salute you. Let's hope he did not get dinged in Chicago soon, so he will qualify. Thus, by the way, he is a student as far as I know. He's a student, so he might have the option to go to Kuwait, and dear me if he goes. Proper T will, well, of course, we're close to Miss Olympia, but believe me, the Anabolic Chicken can do marvelous things and some abnormal transformation in merely 2 months. That, believe me, right? Proceed, shall we? I need more legs, Luis. Let's see how it goes with proper training, proper apparatus, and proper concentration. He's a student, for Lord's sake, going to New York Pro, so I do salute. Nonetheless, most muscular pose, amazing for the guy who was not oil, just proper up top. And this item, look at him, merely 4,500 followers on social media, so he's not known that much, but definitely has the possibility to blow out. He will be pretty much a bigger version of an old-timer who is also Latino, Lee Labrada. So this guy is actually from the Dominican Republic, and the LUI does salute him. Let's take a look at some old pictures. Look at the potentials. You guys know what's up. All of you guys know what's up. This guy might have a bright future. I'm quite happy to see him doing the proper decision. A lot of guys regretted to not go to Kuwait because, as you know, me, I deal with them because I speak Arabic and I'm some sort sometimes of a middleman. Talk to them a lot. And some pros last year, actually this year, wanted to prepare with them, and I said no, this and that, and they hesitated. I guarantee you, after the win of Brandon Curry, they contacted me on my WhatsApp and told me, Louis, I regret not following your advice, right? So that's what's up. We'll see how it goes, and hopefully we'll have some proper updated version of this marvelous diamond mine. Be absolutely saluted. Don't forget to like the video and tell me what you guys think about it.